Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Teani Vinalia. My student number is 182310881. I'm from class C. Today, I will present my proposal seminar assignment. The title is Reading Comprehension, Experimental Research. Alright, let's get straight to it. Chapter 1, Introduction. A. Background. English is one of international language. This language is used all over the world. As a result, Indonesian government has decided that English is foreign language in Indonesia. In addition, it is the first foreign language taught as a compulsory subject in junior high school, senior high school, and university in Indonesia. In learning language, there are 4 skills should be mastered by students such as listening, speaking, reading, and writing. These 4 skills should be involved by teacher in process of teaching and learning in a classroom. Speaking and writing refers to productive skills, while reading and listening refers to receptive skills. Reading is one of language skills which is very important to be learned by students. Through this activity, students can improve their own language and experience. They will get information and ideas which they need to know. Moreover, they will be able to know what they do not know before. In reading, there are many kinds of reading texts such as narrative, recount, report, descriptive, explanation, analytical exposition, hortatory exposition, and procedure. Narrative text is one of genre of text should be taught to students of senior high school, especially in 10th graders. B. Scope of the study. This study is limited to the research subject and object. The subject of the study is the 10th graders of Ma NW Onwanul Falapau Lombok in the school year 2013-2014, and the object of this study is the effect of structured didactic method on the students' reading comprehension of narrative text. The topic of narrative text is animal story, fable. C. Statement of the problems. The problems are formulated in form of question. The first, is there any effect of structured didactic method on the reading comprehension of narrative text of the 10th graders of Ma NW Onwanul Falapau Lombok in the school year 2013-2014? 2. To what extent is the effect of structured didactic method on the reading comprehension of narrative text of the 10th graders of Ma NW Unwanul Falapau Lombok in the school year 2013-2014? D. Purpose of the study. Based on the statement of the problems, the purpose of the study are to find out the effect of structured didactic method on the reading comprehension of narrative text of the 10th graders of Ma NW Unwanul Falapau Lombok in the school year 2013-2014, and to find out the extent of the effect of structured didactic method on the reading comprehension of narrative text of the 10th graders of Ma NW Unwanul Falapau Lombok in the school year 2013-2014. E. Significances of the study. The result of this research is expected to give contribution for the readers. Firstly, for teacher in senior high school, it will give information to teacher whether structured didactic method have effect or not in teaching reading, especially in the students' reading comprehension of narrative text. Secondly, For further research, it will contribute more information to solve the same problem in different field or skill. Okay, next, Chapter 2, Review of Literature and Hypothesis. A. Review of related literature. The first, reading. The second, aspect of reading. The third, reading comprehension. The fourth, teaching reading in senior high school. The fifth, assessing reading. The sixth, structured didactic method. The seventh, teaching narrative text structured didactic method. And the eighth, relevant study. B. Theoretical framework. Structured didactic method is one of methods which can be good in teaching narrative text. Slavin states that students who learning in direct way are more understanding than students who are not use this method. In this research, present research refers to Slavin's theory. Slavin states that there are two techniques in structured didactic method: class-wide peer tutoring technique and reciprocal peer tutoring technique. C. Hypothesis. This study is about the effect of structured didactic method on the reading comprehension of narrative text of the 10th graders of Ma and W. Unwanul Falapau Lombok in the school year 2013-2014. Furthermore, the present researcher formulates the hypothesis of this study as there is effect of structured didactic method on reading comprehension of narrative text of the then graders of Ma and W. Unwanul Falapau Lombok in the school year 2013-2014. Chapter 3, Research Methodology. A. Research Design. In this research, the present researchers use one group pretest posted design. Sorensen explained that one group pretest posted design usually involves three steps. 1. Administering pretest which measuring the dependent variable. 2. Applying the experimental treatment to the subjects. And 3. Administering a post-test, again measuring the dependent variable. B. Population and sample of the study. Look at the picture. According to Arikunto, sample is number or part of investigation population. Therefore, to take the sample, present research use purposive sampling. Arikunto states that purposive sampling is a sampling technique which is used by a researcher if the researcher has certain arguments in taking the sample. All of students in 10A class are the students which being stayed in Unwan Wanulfalaf Pau Lombok dormitory. In this dormitory, they have learned English and Arabic. Thus, the present researcher takes then A class as the sample of this study because this class has higher quality than the other class. Data collection. Is there variable identification, variable definition, instrument, and technique of data collection? And the last part, data analysis, descriptive statistics, and hypothesis testing. Descriptive statistics where mean score. X is total number of students score. N is number of subjects. Meanwhile, to know the standard deviation of the data, the present researchers use this formula where SD standard deviation, N is the number of sample, X2 sigma of right answer quadrant. Hypothesis testing. R test is R test. N is total of sample. Y1 is pretest. Y2 is post-test. Okay, that's my presentation on reading comprehension experimental research. I would like to thank you for your time and attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.